Evolution of the industry has changed to where record keeping is tremendously more important.
Made a new rule and everybody had to start keeping records.
Everything's documented.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Dager, and at ApRecs I handle business development and assisted in creating our grower onboarding process. In the past, I have worked with companies on their lean journey, and most specifically, though my roots are in manufacturing, in the service end of the business. In software as a service type companies, the SaaS companies, I've always tried to make that second S, service, as big as the first S, software. Today will serve as a brief introduction to Lean and our kickoff for 2015. We are happy at ApRecs to provide a forum to promote Lean. Most of the examples will be from ApRecs, with some of them taking you behind the ApRecs philosophy as we are on our own Lean journey. Today we are going to spend about 5 minutes on each of these subjects and go through them rather quickly. Please feel free to ask any questions. Since we are recording this, I will have you muted, so raise your hand or type the question in the chat box. Introducing the uses of food safety data and a little lean thinking with that. You know, in many document management systems, visual indicators are often non-existent. As Dr. Gwendolyn Galsworth said to me, if you are not visual, you are not lean. At a glance, we should be able to determine the structure and path needed to find the required information. I often recommend implementing 6S, the predecessor was 5S, as one of the first steps in implementing Lean. Laying a solid foundation for improvement is imperative. Food safety data is handled by the food safety department, right? We have a food safety manual, food safety policy, food safety records, etc. And most employees think they have nothing to do with any of that unless they are in that department. Dr. Deming taught the quality folks years ago, and I'm going to flip it to the food safety data. If a company improves the way they handle records, food safety, field data, this will create better customer relations. It'll reduce workload. It'll help production, which can result in increased profits. You can measure many things with field data, with food safety data. This is just a short list, and it's just a starting point. Once you start using data, seeing data in use, there are endless opportunities on how it can be used. You know, 5S was the norm for years. It is a systematic corrective action technique to clean up, get organized, and make this the way you do your business. 5S stands for sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. In service organizations, the problems identified in 5S not only rob your organization's productivity, but oftentimes your customers. It wastes their time. How much time searching is spent for misplaced files or sifting through piles of paperwork on desk and in the computer? How much blame is put on computers and software because of the lack of organization? You know, 5S was popularized by quality professionals to organize the workplace. It is a simple concept and can be symbolized by the outline of a tool on a wall where that tool should be placed when not in use. This simplicity is often hidden in digital work. 5S can serve as a handy tool for efficient data management of files and folders created and stored by organizations. Recently, safety has been added to make the 5S procedure 6S. In document management, I would recommend that security, trust, be used in lieu of safety. ApRecs views the 6S process as an integrated approach for productivity and security improvement. Arguably, 6S could provide the basis for your document management system. Think of your present document or computer filing system, and I'm going to use these 6S's just to kind of give you an example of what you could do today. Sort. You could create folders and subfolders to organize important data. Name folders and files appropriately for easy retrieval. Create one folder named temp to store temporary data. Clear the contents of temp folder regularly, if possible on a daily basis. Set and order. Ensure easy retrieval of data by viewing and by search. Create only two main folders, one for storing data for frequent use and the other for rare use. Create multiple subfolders to store a particular type of data. Limit subfolders at the next two sublevels to less than 5. Create searchable documents by tags. A very underused procedure. Shine is the third S. Think about managing data folders like you would any tool in the manufacturing facility. Allow for preventive maintenance review of folders on items such as revision requests, missing documents, and general use and access rights. Make sure proper backup procedures are installed. Security. Set use permissions across all folders on an as-needed basis to include the additions, changing, and importing and exporting of documents for internal and external purposes. Standardization. Integrate storage, retrieval, and cleanup tasks to create a unified process. Create a policy to follow the procedures discussed in Sort, Set and Order, and Shine. Create a version control process document that details naming, structuring, and maintenance schedule of files and folders, which can be served as a reference document. Sustain, the 6S. Track and monitor for adherence to the above. Conduct monthly audits to ensure that the set procedures are followed diligently. Document and publish the disk space usage data on a weekly basis. Many organizations will complete a 6S process without doing standardize and sustain. It is the act of standardization that drives sustainability. I have all this software behind me at my desk, right? And I never sustained half of it because I never standardized the use of it. Without these components, the gains that you create in the first 3 will be lost. Just as I said about the software behind the desk. Think of that. That was kind of EDCA when I bought that new software. I never went through the process of continuous improvement, what I did, and then standardization. So you can see the important parts of EDCA, PDCA, and SDCA, the relationships with them. And then when I start using the software, I can improve it through PDCA. So there's always relating through those 4 efforts. There's always interrelation between those 3 efforts. When a 6S system is implemented, it creates a visual workplace that allows for quick determination of current state. In our upcoming months, we will be concentrating in a few more specific areas. Our idea is to delve deeper into TWI, training within the industry, 6S in your data, CAPA, corrective action, preventive action, and topics such as that. We will also be hosting an AgX Winter Conference Series. Though not exactly lean, it does have very similar characteristics. It is a non-promotional series, not about the ApRecs platform. As I said, the knowledge can be applied to any system. This is not a sales demo. It is simply how to go from looking at food safety data in a reactive way, from compliance to awareness to opportunities. We typically look at this data from a lens of compliance, audits, collecting and storing records. We're going to show you a different way, how to bring this data to life through awareness and use, and from a strategic viewpoint to meet business objectives. We invite you to join us for this 3-part webinar series. There is a cost for the series. However, I'm happy to email you a discount code for the entire cost and a free ebook on Will Values Matter at the end of today's program. So this concludes for today. Can I answer any questions that you might have?